Hey everyone, this is Karen and I'm just here with a quick little video for you today to show you how to save parts of documents to send to your students for work assignments. So this is in instances such as you have a whole huge TPT unit and you just want to send your students one lesson from that unit or one worksheet from that unit or a portion of that. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So I'm going to use an example, one of my science units. So let's say you were using one of my science units and you wanted to send the PowerPoint to your students, but you only wanted to send them the PowerPoint for one of the lessons. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to open up the PowerPoint. I'm going to go down to whatever lesson I wanted to send them. So let's just say I wanted to do this lesson 2 here, which is on pushes and pulls. So I'm going to look over here on the side and I'm going to select, let's see, starts at slide 21 and goes through the book, goes through a little activity. So it ends up, let's see here. Oh, there we go. So the final slide for lesson 2 is 67. So I'm going to save slide 21 through 67 because that's all I want to send my students, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File up here and I'm going to go to Print. I'm not going to print it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as a separate PDF file, okay? So File, Print. Now, usually what you'll see is you'll see your regular printer that you have at your house or at school or wherever you're printing. That's going to show up as the default usually. But what you're going to want to do is select the printer and instead you're going to click the Adobe PDF. Okay. Now I said slide 21 through, and I forgot what it was here. Let me just go back. 67. Let me just make sure. Yep, 21 through 67. Okay, so again, File, Print. I'm going to go for the slides. I'm going to go 21 to 67. The Adobe PDF is selected up here. And then all I'm going to do is click the print button. Now what it's going to do is my computer is going to generate a PDF of just those slides. And that's then what I'm going to send my students. So this will pop up and you'll have to save it. So let's just say Science Lesson 2. And I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to get this little screen that's going to pop up and save it for me. It's going to send all of those pages together. This is nice when you don't want to send parents or you don't want to post a whole huge PDF and have parents sort through that. I know with this distance learning that a lot of teachers are having to deal with right now. We're having to send documents over Google Drive or you're doing different things to share them on Seesaw and whatnot. So this is a good way for you to just take those little snippets that you want and send those to your students on the days that you need to send them. So what just popped up here is my PDF. So if I check it over, here's the book, here's the essential question, here's a little activity that we do. And it should end up with, there's the workbook page and final learning target, and there it is. So I can then send just this PDF, Science Lesson 2, to my students. Now, let's say I do want to make sure they also have this worksheet that goes with it, okay? So in the PowerPoint, it just shows you an example, but you want to send just that whole actual worksheet for the kids. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So I'm going to go back into my folder here. I'm going to go to my unit plan, and I'm just going to select, let me make this a little bit smaller here. I'm just going to go and select that worksheet. So the worksheets are usually found, or always found actually, at the very end of the unit plan. So I'm going to go all the way down here. I'm going to see what slide number that is. So this is up at the top here, it tells you it's 95. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to right click though, because it's a PDF, I can do that. I'm going to go to Print. And then up here, I'm going to select the Adobe PDF. And for pages, I'm just going to click 95. And I'm going to print. It's going to ask me to save it. So I'm going to go Lesson 2 Workbook. It's going to generate that for me. And there it is, it just popped up for me. So then this is a separate PDF, it's only the workbook page. Now, sometimes you may have to send multiple pages. Say you want to send, say for example, I'm going to go back in this unit plan here. Whoops, close that out here. Okay, so let's say I want to open this again, and I want to send 2 different pages that are not next to each other. You can also do that. So let's say I wanted to just, I don't know, send in a picture of this screen, this slide right here that has the gravity anchor chart, and that goes with the gravity lesson, which is lesson 5. So I'm going to go down to, you know, something for lesson 5, which is right here, and I want to also send them the investigation pages. So this is page 43 and 44. So let's just say I want to send them page 43, page 44, and I also want to send them the anchor chart. So that is slide 7. So what I'm going to do is go File, Print. I'm going to go Pages. I'm going to do 7, 43 to 44. Okay, and you're going to make sure that this up here is changed from your default printer to Adobe PDF. And then I'm going to go Print. And I'm going to just say this is lesson 5 science. And it should pop up for me. So here it is. So here is the page that I want them to reference with the anchor chart. And then here are the investigation pages. And they're all neatly put together for you so that no one has to file through a whole big PDF file to find what they need. So it's all right there for you. So I hope you found this helpful. You can do this with PowerPoints, you can do this with Microsoft Word documents, you can do it with PDFs. So it's great for teachers right now that do have to send assignments that are over, you know, Google or whatnot. So again, hope this helped. Thanks.